Hey guys, this is Juicing Mama. This is day number 10 of my 10-day Juice Feast challenge with my Juicing Mama Facebook group. And that's a wrap, guys. Like, the day is over and I made it. It was a breeze. It was wonderful, actually. I had so much support with the group. I love that group so much. Just everyone is so uplifting and kind to one another. I love it. So yeah, so tomorrow will be transition day number 1. I'm going to be doing the prunes again, soaking the prunes tonight, drinking the prune juice in the morning, and then the 19 prunes that I've soaked. So going to be doing that. Excited to do that with Todd because he's never done that before. So he didn't do that for his transition. His transition was pretty bad. If you go back and look at the videos, you'll be amazed how hard it was because he jumped right back into eating, you know, a vegan, but not the greatest food. So anyhow, I am just super excited. Today I went to the mall. I woke up this morning and I put on my jeans and I'm like, my jeans are like ridiculously loose. I haven't been wearing, you know, anything other than just very comfortable clothes because I wasn't feeling good for quite a few days there at this feast. So I put my jeans on. It felt better today. Hey, Wim Hof, huh? And as I was putting my jeans on, I'm like, wow, they're really loose. I'm like, maybe I should treat myself to a size 10. So I talked to Todd and he was like, yeah, go for it. Get yourself a new pair of jeans. So I went to the mall and I went ahead for fun and grabbed a 10 and an 8. I put the 10 on and I'm like, these are still kind of loose. And then I put the 8 on and I couldn't believe like they fit. And Rhiannon was with me and she's like, Mom, you've got to get those. I was like, I cannot believe it. I'm like, are you sure you don't think the 10s look better? She's like, no. She's like, you look much better in the 8s than the 10s. So I also tried on a bathing suit because my bathing suit is so old, guys. Like, honestly, I think it's probably 10 years old. And then that's how awful, because like I don't want to be in a bathing suit, you know. I'm like, it's just horrifying, you know. It's been horrifying, so I just haven't even bothered to put any money into a bathing suit. And I live in Florida because, you know, I'm covering it up anyway, so what's the point? And so I thought, you know, maybe I'll get a bathing suit. Let me put on a size 8. And I'm like, wow, oh my goodness. I didn't end up buying it because it's still kind of chilly here, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna be working out and I'd rather wait until later to try that route. Summertime, you know, we've got time, so springtime, whatever. But the point was, it just was really uplifting. Like, that was really cool. I've done great on this juice feast for the past 10 days. Okay, so let's talk about numbers. Todd says I need to go back and tell you a little bit like further back too, because I've so far, since the 100-day juice feast started on August 26th, I've lost 70.2 pounds. But I have to go back. So let's see. August of 2017, I was really big. I weighed 255 pounds. And I was just really not feeling well. And Todd told me one day, he was like, I'm so worried about you. He's like, you are gasping for air in the middle of the night. And I'm like, what? And he goes, and I was wondering because like I, you know, never felt fully rested. And I toss and turn and my body hurt so much. And yeah, I was having chronic like pain. I just did not feel good. But he said, he's like, yeah, you're like waking up and you're gasping for air. You're snoring a lot. And I was like, well, how long am I holding? Like, how long am I not breathing? And he's like, I don't know, but it's long enough that you're just like, you know. And I go, oh my goodness, like I'm way too young to have that, to have sleep apnea. And then I started reading up about sleep apnea and I'm like freaking out. Like, oh my goodness, I could die. That's horrible. So I told my good friend Shelly, and she was like, it's okay, you know, maybe you could have a sleep study. At that time, I couldn't have a sleep study because I had a nursing baby, so I could not do a sleep study. But I remember I was crying and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I can't do this. But you know, you just get to the point where you just feel like you've tried everything under the sun and you feel like it's hopeless. Like, okay, I'm always going to be fat. Like, it's just going to be this roller coaster ride forever. So after that, talking to Todd, and we had watched, What the Health and a couple other videos, and we're like, you know what, like we should just go vegan. And at that time, my best friend was also going vegan, and I thought, you know what, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should go vegan. So we did. And so during the time that I was vegan, I got down to 215 pounds. So I lost 40 pounds so I went from 255 to 215. And did really fairly well on that, and that took a few months. Like, I think it was from August till the spring. And then after that, so I guess it was about May, and I've talked about this during my first video day number 1, which you guys have to watch if you haven't watched that one. It's pretty remarkable to see day 1 versus now. But at that point, we had like a rough summer, and we went off the deep end, and we were doing I hadn't had gluten in like 5 years, and went back to eating gluten and fast food, all kinds of junk. It's whatever I wanted. I was depressed, I was just like, okay. And food was my friend, was my comfort. So, and I didn't weigh myself that whole summer, and I love my scale, but I didn't weigh myself at all because I honestly didn't care. I was just like at a place where I was just like, well, whatever. And then of course that was this past summer I told you to, I had a miscarriage. So it was just a rough time. But anyway, so, the day came, in August, when I saw Jennifer Dawn Hewitt from Juicing for Health Facebook group, and I just felt like, wow, this is my story. This woman's story is my story. And she was doing, she was at that time doing a 100-day juice feast, and she ended up doing a 150-day juice feast. But her transformation was crazy good. And I said, I've got to do whatever this woman's doing. I'm doing it. I don't care. I don't know. What is this? Okay, I don't care. I'm going to do it. So, of course, Todd was delighted because he's always, been into juicing raw, like wanting me to. And I'm like, no, it's not practical, and, just every excuse under the book. But point being, so by the time I started this and I got back on that scale, I had gone back from 215 back to 238.2. So I did the juice feast, and I got down to 179. Was my 100-day juice feast weigh-in, and so I had lost 59.2 pounds, which was the exact number that I set as my goal. I wanted to be 179 because it was the first number that would be in a normal category for BMI. So I got to 179, and then I did get down a couple more pounds. I got to 177 during the first few days of transition. But you guys know the story. I did transition to a high raw vegan diet, but the week of my birthday, which was December 16th, and until Christmas, I, was just indulging in too much of eating out, trying to still, of course I was still doing vegan, but it was not, the greatest choices because it had sodium and whatnot. And so, I did, get up a little bit, and then I got right back to high raw, juicing and high raw. And then by the time I started this juice feast, the 10-day, which was 1 month after I finished the 100-day juice feast, I was back to 179.2. So it was just like 0.2 higher than I was when I finished my feast. Oh, and I also had started working out too. So working out 3 to 4 times a week. So that was really cool. So when I started this juice feast, I was 179 and 0.2, and today I weighed in at 168. So I've lost so far 11.2. Yeah, I'm a math person, but it's late. And I, tend to, calculus will roll right off my teeth, but right off my tongue. But arithmetic, sometimes I'm like, Anyway, so yeah, so I went from 179.2 to 168, which is 11.2. So 11.2 so far, but tomorrow's my official weigh-in for the 10-day juice feast because it actually is, through today. So I'm pleased with that. I'm like, that's awesome. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that I would have lost that much weight after doing, the 100 days. So, I just think the reason is honestly because my body is responding. It loves this. I have cleaned out completely. I've eliminated parasites, which I'm sure the parasites were keeping weight on me. I am just, in that mode. I think when your body is finally like, okay, this is right and what you're doing is right, I'm going to be kind to you now. I'm going to start getting rid of those fat stores that you have. And that's what's happening. Like, I've been 168 before. Like, I think the last time I was 18 and I'm 44. So yeah, 26 years ago. But I've been that weight before and I have never been a size 8. I was a size 20 when I started this juice feast. Now I'm a size 8, but I've been usually, I think I'm doing great if I get to a size 16, so I just cannot believe that I went from a size 20 to a size 8. And like I said, I honestly don't know. I don't think I was a size 8 even when I was in school, like a high school. Like I think I was, I don't even know, but I do not remember ever being a size 8. So my body shape is changing, and I know that it's because the juice feasting makes you lean. Like, it just is eliminating in the right spots. And I still have some fat stores, so I know that I'm just going to keep on losing as long as I'm doing the right thing by my body, which is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let myself get back to what life was like before. I'm just not going back there. So yeah, so that's it. And then I'm going to treat myself. I decided. Todd's been encouraging me. My birthday was last month, and I was like, I couldn't really think of anything I really wanted, but I'm like, you know what? I have not gone to a salon and had my hair cut. And get this, guys, you're women, you're gonna be like, what? In since 2013, maybe 2012. I either cut it myself or I have Todd help me, and yep. So it's just kind of like drab. I mean, like, I feel like the juice feasting helped it to be a little bit more shiny, but I definitely need something. So I've decided that that's going to be my next treat. Like, I'm going to go to a salon and I'm going to get my hair done. So I'm just trying to decide now what to do with it. But yeah, that's just something I'm going to do for myself, because I'm like, you know what? I deserve it. And, the jeans are cool, but I think I want to get my hair done. So I'm going to do that next. And so, yeah, it's important we take care of ourselves, guys. I think that just, I got to the point where I just didn't care about my hair. Like, I mean, I wasn't caring about myself. I was like, why would I care what my hair looks like? Like that's not going to do anything. Like, I'm not one of those people that thinks like, oh, well, don't take care of myself. But if my hair looks good, no. Like, I was not, I just wasn't making myself a priority. So I just didn't feel it. I just would pull my hair back all the time. So anyway, guys, I've been rambling for a while, but I just thought I would, put myself out there, let you know a little bit more about my journey and where I'm at now. So I'm going to do transition this weekend and get back to a high raw diet. So, I'd love to be raw, and I've got my friends out there, you know who you are, who are like, you got to do raw, and I would love that. The only thing is, it's those special occasions that get me, like if I want to go out with my family or something. And so I don't know. I want to do as high raw as I possibly can. And so we'll see from there, but I'm definitely going to continue my health journey. I'm not going to, let myself go, and I'm going to juice every day because juicing is so good for us. I mean, it just has so many health benefits, and you guys know that. So I am definitely going to, my light here is going down dim. Anyway, So I'm going to continue to work at juicing every day. Celery juice benefits are awesome, and I love Todd's V8, and so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and those of you who also completed your 10-day juice feast, rock on. Next one's February 10th, guys. Love to have you. You should jump on and join us. And, you know, we still have all of the extended feasters and going the distance feasters that are out there still juicing and needing encouragement. So if you're curious, come on over and jump on that juicing train with us, because we are having a great time. It's the party train. So, and I could be totally cheesy right now. My best friend, if you're out there, you'd be laughing. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Come on, ride the train, ooh, and ride, oh. Letting you guys go. Bye.